All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, episode 11. All right. So Gelmood has been enacting his trickery. We had everything all tied together with him being the one that's going around naming a bunch of individuals from specific races and species. Also, like Rieger's brother, who was ending up being like kind of a hero of theirs before dying. Yeah, and now we have an orc army on their way. 200,000. And they're more like pigs than Lord of the Rings ogres, but that's cool. That separates them from, you know, what we typically think of as orcs.
But like 1,500 gold per set of full plate times 200,000, that's 300,000 times 1,000, 300 million.
Yeah, that's not the thing that's really that crazy. You go back and I was looking at some of the, editing of the previous episode. They were talking about how the bloody hell do they feed 200,000 people. So there's going to be some interesting explanations as to how this army has been fielded.
Economics.
One of the things that's something that's very much been foreshadowed, like bludgeoned to death with, is this idea of an orc lord, some kind of reincarnated demigod orc. Basically,
they can actually kind of keep control of them all and unite them. Because they would be a beacon of fear, strength, power, and maybe also magical ability. They would maybe have some kind of ability to actually command them all. And but that's a single point of failure.
It is, but it's something that's very, very interesting to
it'll be tough for them to solve this, especially given that the lizard prince is not the smartest of individuals.
Gabiru found out he is voiced by Kazuma from,
which is just that's amazing.
From Konosuba, if you didn't know.
That throws a whole new light on his antics. This will be a lot of fun.
This will be pretty fun. So if anything, I'm looking forward to Rimuru encountering the lizard people and seeing what goes on with that whole situation. So maybe some new alliances. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this. All right, everyone, we're gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now.
Fiction
Veldora Shizu
I'm really excited to see how they do the fights in this show, like where it requires more maneuvering and stuff, because I feel like in a lot of cases Rimuru could just blow away his opposition, right? But if he doesn't do that and he actually does like slime transformations and stuff, that could make for some really interesting just dynamics. Fly high.
I just realized that big monster that's like shrouded in shadow could be the Orc Lord.
Oh, sure. Dude.
The way they build up the ogres, though, so much in this OP, though, makes me think like they're going to be like ridiculously strong in terms of actual like overall ability, you know? So they'll end up being like his, council of ogres, To the east, to the west, to the best, and
I mean, they built him up a lot in the last episode, too, though. So, I don't know. We'll have to see when they actually get into the action.
Hey.
They actually have, full houses now.
I know. Magic silk?
Okay.
What? And then have Rimuru consume some. So he understands its properties. Yep. Yes. What did you expect? Technology meets magic.
Yep.
There's no stopping this civilization. Great Rimuru, yes.
What, because she was busty? Your bodyguard. Okay, this has already started. All right. I was waiting for that to happen.
Yep. One of these choices.
That was funny.
Okay, that was some good animation. That was wonderful. Very goofy. And they're like, oh no.
She has never done anything like this before. Oh.
Yeah, she can't cook.
Cooking's terrible.
Yeah. Oh!
See, food is always either absolutely delicious or disgusting in anime. There is no in between.
There is no in between.
No. Stay in your slime form. Eat it in your slime form.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. He's gonna switch back.
Exactly. Yeah.
To being that old trope. I love how self-aware he is of the... Why? Why? Yep. I just realized that. Yeah, I was like, where did he go? Consider this training.
Oh, Gobta.
Gobta. The butt end of the joke.
Yeah.
No,
You're
wait.
immune to
You need to
poison
check.
anyways.
You need to check to make sure it's not poisoned.
It's sentient?
It's so bad.
It's alive.
It's been possessed.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh? Great Sage, being as helpful as always.
You will not die.
Put it right into her face, yep. Oh,
yeah, okay.
Gobta. See, this is how Gobta further transforms into a higher being.
Indeed. Gobta's dead.
Be strong. You will soon become a Dark Lord. Like... Well, that's a way to begin the episode. Gobta's not dead.
Wow.
Gobta's not dead. If they actually killed Gobta for
just
that,
like that,
for a joke, this show,
yeah,
that would be amazing. Mmm.
Yeah, that's totally Kazuma.
Yep.
See, this
I love his lack of confidence. It's hilarious.
Like, this is what happens when your party is made up of yes men as opposed to terribly incompetent people.
Right. The hybrid settlement.
Just reverse order.
Right. Flawless logic, Gabiru. What profound thinking!
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Gabiru! 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 Right, their names both begin with K, so therefore, you know.
Naturally.
So here I am. Hey, there's your moment.
Why the flexing?
Because he must show his strength.
All the
Remind
time.
him.
Yes. Wouldn't that be hilarious if as he ate Shion's cooking, the blood tears got longer?
Oh my god, a charisma of 18, but an intelligence of 8, and a wisdom of 7.
Yeah.
That's with the shields reflecting the light! Oh, it's beautiful!
That is amazing.
Those 2 levels he dipped into Bard were absolutely worth it.
Yep.
Oh.
If you beat me at a flex off, then we will agree.
Oh. Yes.
Wow.
Nah. Wow. Yeah. Nice. At least they are aware.
Yeah.
Ha! It seems pretty stupid. Oh, nice.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I love the crayon drawings.
of Napoleon, yeah. instinct.
That exchange was amazing.
That was amazing, yeah. It's his menacing size. Mm-hmm. Oh, but this guy's standing tall. He's yeah.
He's too stupid to be afraid.
Right,
He believes his own hype.
Oh, no, he uses charisma. Persuasion.
Scushy.
Oh, he's trying to win him over. Ah! He's making like Kamina poses. Now he's making JoJo poses. What is going on?
Gobta's gonna take.
Of course.
So he's just the one that's gonna continually
gathering strength.
Yeah. Wait, he doesn't have poison resistance?
Oh, you can fight Gobta. Like, if you can beat Gobta. Basically. Use your magic! Summon your wolf! Oh!
A little.
Ah! Gobta! Oh! Oh, get wrecked! Omae wo mu shinderu.
Indeed.
Gobta. And he gets a magic item. He's getting power. He is the true mastermind behind all
Getting
this.
tossed into the air by all of 2 people.
Right. It's okay. I've already gained poison resistance, so I don't need anything else. Yes, apparently.
See, what it actually is that Rimuru transferred some of his ability to adapt to Gobta.
Oh, dang. Yes. This is probably true.
He's still out cold.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here's the army.
All right. They do a good job of making them intimidating. Like, and very nice use of 3D.
Yeah, you kind of have to in order to have this many of them.
But like the fact that they make it be in darkness and stuff, like.
Oh, cool. Maps. Yeah, that's a number where it doesn't really matter how many you kill. There will be just a stupid amount more.
Yep.
So... good to bring up.
So cut off the head, body dies. Massacre. Right.
Yeah, they keep bringing this up.
Is that how big it's supposed to be?
I guess so. This is the one Gelmud named. It was Geld, probably. Oh! Oh.
All right.
Okay. A tree spirit. Yeah.
Just like that?
Whoa.
Okay.
Cool. Trainee. Oh, well,
all right.
This is very simple, then. Huh. Okay. Sure.
Why would they send such an inexperienced dryad, though, to negotiate something so important?
A trainee.
Yeah. It wouldn't be much better to send, like, her trainer, you know?
Or a master, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, yep.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That that little interaction between our fabulous prince and Rimuru went about as well as I expected.
May I kill him? Sure. No, wait.
Yeah. And then Gobta just does like this shadow step, like
we'd seen him do some magic tricks and stuff like that. So yeah, he has the ability, I think just like everyone else has the ability to gather skills. But the thing is that he has the predator skill where it's when he like eats them, basically he gains all their skills.
Something like that.
What I think it is that, you know, if you have a, you know, like experience with you know, certain things, it can give you the potential for their skill or what have you. So Gobta could get it by consumption, which would be crazy.
Like with the getting poison resistance.
Right. But he's in the squad there. Look, there he is. Okay, well, that was a funny episode.
Gobta MVP.
Gobta, for real.
Like, wow.
He went to some Ultra Instinct, like, super, like, you know, combined energy,
Shadow
power of resolve.
Monk, sorcerer or something. Yep, that was wonderful.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, teleporting into a shadow behind them. It's just like, all right. Cool. I love that Gobta is essentially a meme character. Like, he's a joke. And yet they make him so competent in areas like this. It's like
surprisingly competent when you least expect it.
No. And if anything, I think they've been trying to build up the fact that he is a character that has so much plot armor around him.
Right.
That it's actually a mechanic. Like, it's actually a thing. He's going to get stronger over time. There's a reason why he didn't evolve with all the other goblins.
Exactly, because he got something else.
And I think what it is like, you're right. He might have gotten some of Rimuru's, like... Adaptability.
Which is ridiculous.
Which means he is just going to slowly increase his passives as opposed to Rimuru, who's going to quickly increase his.
Right, and the idea that... the idea that his personality is not at all the type of person that you would expect to acquire some great power or would even do much good with the great power. Except in extenuating circumstances where he is properly motivated, both with the positive thing that he is going towards and the negative thing that he is running away from. Wow.
But yeah, Gobta. I guess it's Gobta. This is Gobta's show now. Like, let's all just move aside and bow down to our Lord and Savior Gobta.
Basically.
Yes, he's like Rimuru's son. He's like Rimuru's adopted son. He has the powers of Rimuru, maybe in some slight way,
which is ridiculous.
Which is awesome. I would say that everything with Gabiru, also this episode was hilarious.
And the fact that it's Kazuma,
voiced by Kazuma, which is just Kazuma, because Gabiru, 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 and he's just like, ooh,
and the shields reflecting the sunlight off of him and the spotlights and everything. That was just, oh man, that was wonderful. And the way when they cut back to him, they would have like the little transition moment because it's like, oh, he's not talking anymore, and then they were looking, and oh, he's talking now, you know.
I also loved when he got kicked in the temple, and he went down. He was just, They sustained it for forever,
as if he was the one sustaining it, not just how they decided to do it, of doing it in slow motion.
And what I think it is, is that he didn't actually get knocked out. I think he's never been in combat before, and he's a coward. I think he's scared of fighting, and he was supposed to intimidate Gobta into not fighting, and that once he showed sign of confidence, he's like, oh no, I've been knocked out. Oh,
sure.
Like, maybe it hurt, maybe it didn't.
Because what I kind of am getting from Gabiru is, now he believes his own hype a little bit, which is a bit like, okay,
maybe
but what if he's actually the clever faux fool, right?
I think it's that he is a fool,
but he also plays it up because he knows people will perceive him as a fool, and then, you know, he's actually maybe a little bit clever.
Well, I actually think what it is that he is a fool in disguise. He is trying to make himself out to be someone who is like all this and stuff, but his own insecurities keep popping up, and he's like, oh wait, am I actually great? Because that means he doesn't believe he's great.
Sure.
So he doesn't have a high opinion of himself. I think he's a coward. I think he's also like completely incompetent in most areas of combat. So he does all these flourishes and like poses and things and talks a big game with his high charisma score.
Exactly.
But no, he is not a good fighter. He is not a good, like, you know, like you were saying, like, why isn't he scared by Ranga? I think it's that he's too stupid and he's got his game face on too much in order to be scared.
He seems like a more lame version of Atten Rand. If any of you guys have played,
no, I would even compare him to Atten Rand. No, because
like a much more lame Atten Rand.
Atten Rand has int, wisdom, and charisma. Okay, in decent scores.
Sure. Well, does he have? Well, okay.
No. That's the point.
Okay, but just the
wisdom is not something he displays. It's internal.
Sure. Yeah.
He has really good insight checks. Like really good.
If
anything, his charisma is the lowest of all of them because he actually like talks himself down a lot to where he's not even that magnetic. People are like, you're kind of a dick. He's like, yeah, I am, you know?
Atten is, as always, a fool. Yeah.
Yes. A very intelligent fool.
Right.
Yeah, this is faux intelligence.
Okay, right, yeah.
This is faux intelligence, but actual competent charisma, though. That's the part that's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, which probably comes from the believing in his own hype thing.
Yes.
He can
every once in a while.
He can be stupid enough to not be afraid. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that in, majority of cases, with his persuasion and performance and deception and, maybe even intimidation checks, he just gets his way out of fights because he's a spoiled prince. That's
certainly seems to work on all his attendees that truly just believe he is amazing.
Oh, yeah, he's the bee's knees, man. Yep. They're all just thinking about that sweet, cushy job when he's the new chieftain and they get to be
like, his, we'll be his advisors. Yep. Wait, no.
Yeah. They're like, oh, wait.
That sounds like responsibility, and I don't want the kingdom to completely go up in flames. Yeah.
Oh, man. But, okay, so they were thrashed. They had that whole little dumb bit with the ogres jealous over Rimuru, and I'm like...
was very forced.
It was actually funny, I would say, because they went immediately from that to the other tired old trope of if a woman can cook, it must either be perfect or god-awful.
Right,
like,
to the point
there's
where,
no regular
to the point where it was even moving and had a face in it and stuff.
And he even called it out as saying, oh, it's this tired old trope.
Right, exactly.
Oh, okay.
And then... Now, what I thought they were going to do is when he was saying, oh, is this one of those tropes, that it was actually going to be something different. But instead, they just played it up to an even bigger extreme, to the point where...
Which one did you think it was going to be?
I didn't know. I thought they were going to surprise us, basically. That it was going to be something that did not conform to the trope of it being either amazing or...
Oh, so he just guessed wrong?
Right. And that's what the joke was going to be, but maybe that was just because, that the factoid in my mind that the Lizard Prince's Cosmo was just, drifting around in there. But
once Benimaru basically said, I'm not hungry, I was like, she can't cook.
Right.
And I loved how they each had their own kind of
ways of avoiding it.
And what's his name? Hakuro, he basically went invisible. Like he
did like his monk stuff to just be like empty body, just invisible and non-detectable, and
erase my presence. And it's like, okay. That's amazing, because you know what might
if I stay perfectly still, no one can see me.
You know what that means potentially, though?
What?
Is that, now I'm not sure if this is the case, but that means that what's her name, Shion, could see Hakuro, because what he was actually doing was not making himself invisible from physical sight, but from magic sight, which means specifically Rimuru, who is limited to only magic sight, was the only one that couldn't see him. So Shion didn't feel bad about him like hiding from her, because she would obviously know that he's there. He's like, no, Rimuru, I'm not here, obviously. And of course, Benimaru is not going to out his buddy.
Right.
But then you have Soe, who's just like, I am going to... scout the area,
right? Which ended up being very helpful.
Yes, it did. It did.
and then the whole thing of like, Benimaru, you will oversee her cooking, and make sure, like, once it's up to his standards, then that means you're done.
Why would you make me do this? Why are we still here?
Yeah, just to suffer. but like what it made me think of the whole face thing, and the fact that Great Sage basically said, if you stick the food this way, you won't die. Like the idea that he would have died if he had actually eaten it.
No, there was a non-0% chance of him dying if he did it a different way. So he didn't have poison resistance. That was why he was. That was why Great Sage was recommending it that way.
Yeah.
But then Gobta takes it, gets poison resistance.
Maybe Gobta did die, and he actually can come back to life, and that's one of the other things. Like, I mean, who knows?
You know what's something I feel like we have to do? I'm going to keep like a running document of all of Gobta's skills. Like, just over the course of the show, because I feel like Gobta's going to get ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
I was joking about this, I think, about 5 episodes ago. I was saying, like, oh, Gobta, or it was maybe 4 episodes ago. I was like, Gobta, he's like actually the one that by the end of this story he's going to be the new Dark Lord, because he's been scorned, ridiculed, made the butt end of every joke, and he's slowly getting stronger. That's a recipe for a villain if I've ever seen one. And now it's like, oh, he's actually competent now when he uses... Well, okay, he was against...
Conditionally competent.
Yeah, conditionally competent.
To a very small margin. Like, yeah.
Right. So, yeah. Specifically against Gabiru, then yes, he was competent.
Yeah. But with the whole food thing, like, that... There's the idea, there's the connotation, right? At least in extreme comedic senses, that... if you have like a single guy, right, that there will be things in his fridge that should not be in there, right? That might be years old, and and they might be starting to achieve some form of intelligence, So the fact that they actually had the food be like moving around and like almost like it was possessed and about to speak to him or something.
Oh, and then the simulacrum phenomenon.
Yeah, like
seeing a face when you have
that was great.
3 points.
Like it was that little bit of extra that made it more than just the trope. Because if it had just been the trope, I would have been like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I think that both of those tropes being used in the very beginning of the episode made things a little bit just kind of like, oh, okay. All right, sure.
But then we got Gabiru.
Then we got Gabiru, which honestly, I love his character so much. I feel like the contradictions within him are so perfect that he has to like survive this story for the majority of time. Because think about all the characters that we have so far in Rimuru's cohort.
They're all badasses.
They're all actually pretty badass. Like, even Gobta, who's now the butt end of the joke a lot of the times, is also really pretty good.
Yeah.
So we get all that, right? Then we get this other guy who's like, I don't know what he is. But even if he doesn't have his squad, I kind of want to see him in a squad of people that are that good, because then does he have to play up to their level? Well, like, does he have to build himself up and like give himself fake exploits and like last hit monsters to be like, hey, you saw it, like I clearly defeated this member of the Demon Lord's army. Yes,
that's what I'm most excited for.
Yeah,
actually, there's a point in Black Lagoon where basically, if you've seen Black Lagoon, there's basically the normie main character and then the badass girl, right? And the badass girl, Revi, just like kills just stupid amounts of guys, right? And it's like just gunfights, and it's ridiculous, absolutely unrealistic. And then one person is trying to get away that was being held captive, and someone's chasing after them, and then they slip on like some liquid that was basically on the floor. They fall over, and they're in a bowling alley, and then Rock comes over with a bowling pin and knocks him unconscious by beating him over the head. And he's like, F you, or something. And basically something like that, where the normie, the person that should not be able to do anything at all and is more or less grossly incompetent in a specific area, has that moment where they're able to shine, damn it, where everything works out just fine. They're able to get the drop, and they're able to do something that is just slightly sort of maybe a little bit cool.
And if they can handle that this well with Gobta, who is actually competent, imagine how they can do it with someone who might not have any competence. Like
basically, anytime he does anything that is even a modicum of success, then it will be wonderful, because he's so terrible.
You know what they could do? They mentioned that in this lizard people thing, they're descendants of the dragons, which cool. That's how it is with most lizard people kind of species and stuff like that. what if it's that he never got his breath attack? Like he never, like that's why he feels
I don't think
this, like
lizards will actually have breath attacks, but
dragon.
Well, that's the thing that's interesting. Because okay,
that's
if
what
we're
he
taking,
is basically.
Well,
they said he's the descendants of dragons.
Well, that's the part that's tough, because if you're taking the D&D analogy, in D&D there will be lizard folk and then there will be dragonborn.
Oh, that's right.
So two separate things.
Two separate things.
So
You're
they're
right.
saying that these guys are lizards, they're descendant from dragons, but it almost makes what it almost makes it seem is that they're saying that these guys are basically kobolds.
Oh, sure. That's why there's so many of them.
Which
pack mentality.
Which, viewing it from that perspective, a kobold prince.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Please.
And thank you.
You now take candle.
And like, it's not quite like that level.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
But just the fact that the connection can potentially be made.
It could be.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, so we have the army approaching. They're confirming that it is an orc lord leading them because a dryad named Trainee, which... Why that name, I guess, I don't know.
Who knows?
It's a pretty dumb name. But, okay, Trainer or something, maybe.
Sure.
Train. I don't know. But the main gist of it is that, okay, we have a spirit creature, magical being that's now brought into this world. That's very interesting.
That teleports in and says, go kill the thing.
Yeah, it basically says, here's your quest. Go do the thing.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I mean, we were not like really like wondering whether or not they would encounter the orcs and stuff, but now I guess they've been given an official request for aid, because that's a lot more helpful than anything they would have gotten from the waifu came in and basically said, hey,
make the people properly motivated.
Hey, that's true. We learned with
Gobta properly, and now they're motivating Rimuru, you know?
Yeah, Rimuru might go into negotiation mode. I could see him very much being like, now, see, you are, a wood spirit and stuff like that, and that's very cool.
And we need,
but you don't have money.
We need public relations with the wood spirit. So join my harem, clan.
Yes.
And yes, I will do this service.
I just need you to advise me.
Pledge your life to me.
Yeah, I could see something like that happening. I would like also to have at some point beings be brought into the story that are using magic that Rimuru cannot understand or cannot have access to, because it makes the world feel a little bit more immersive and big. Sure. And I would say a dryad tree spirit is a perfect way to do that, because her magic of this kind of weird opposite scrying kind of thing,
and wild, and not something that is just like, oh yeah, let's teach you this spell. Yeah. I mean, Rimuru could probably still learn it if it was like used on him in the right way, but
I like that she exists. Her point in the plot is pretty hilariously kind of just contrived. Yep. But I like the potential for what that does to the world building. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was this episode of Slime. Pretty interesting episode.
Yeah. It's cool to see though how the village keeps like improving, because now they've got like actual houses and stuff, and it's like, okay, this is a settlement. This is an actual little town
with its own reputation.
Right. Now I'm just waiting for the fortified walls and castles, and
This is an Age of Empires, Jacob.
Bombard Tower.
This is an Age of Kings either. All right, y'all. If you want to see the next episode's reaction of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. Any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories or just hang out in general and talk about whatever. Yeah. And Jacob's going to promote something here real quick.
Indeed. So my sci-fi novel, Battle Lines, is still available for pre-order, I believe, as of the time of this video. So go check out the Kickstarter. Link is in a pinned comment down below to get your copy, because it's absolutely amazing. And if it is still available, because I think it is, I'll need to check out the date again. But it won't be much longer, so you should do that.
Yeah, so if anything that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.